All right, guys. Welcome to the Git Bit Podcast, the podcast for blurs, for nerds, for anybody with a fandom. You are always welcome here. This is definitely your safe space. I am your host, the most, Will Buchanan. Of course, my co-host to my right, which I usually let him introduce himself because I'm curious to see what he came up with. So go ahead, sir.
Sadly, tossing a toothpick at your face while calling you Chico, Joe Tonello.
You're gonna go ahead and hit us right there. You
was
literally,
right
yeah. Rest in peace to the bad guy, indeed. Of course, if you're under a rock, you guys did know that Rez Ramon, also known as Scott Hall, did finally hit his 10 bell count of this week. So definitely peace and condolences out to him and his family for things of that nature. And definitely thank you for the memories. It's going to be hard to say. It's going to be so hard to sit there and just, I can't say the bad guy anymore without saying the quintessential bad guy. That's going to bug me. But again, we will definitely remember him for being probably one of the greatest intercontinental champions out there. But with that being said, guys, we are a family-friendly podcast, which means that we do try to watch our language sometimes. I know I fail at that miserably, but we do try to watch our language. We try to keep it wholesome most of the time. There also may be some trailers we're going to show tonight that might be a little too intense for younger viewers, so viewer discretion is advised. Aside from that, welcome. So, we do have a bevy of trailers that we probably need to go ahead and get into. I did want to first start out with the one that I'm looking forward to that's going to be coming out April the 8th, so we're not too far off from it. I did want to go ahead and let you guys know that, yes, the trailer is awesome. And if you're like me, 9 times out of 10, you're already aware of it. They actually did release another trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
These rings signify the commitment.
So help me, Thomas!
Sorry.
Life or death situation, I need you to use the ring to save me. Like right now.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hawaii.
Just hope we're not too late.
Oh Lord, there are 2 of them now.
What's happening?
Okay, quick version. Robotnik is back.
I discovered the source of ultimate power.
We need to get it back before the world is doomed.
You rock some kind of space porcupine. I am an echidna warrior. Hedgehog. It's time to say goodbye to humanity. Welcome to the new norm. This is a moment to be the big hero.
Bad time to say this, but I don't actually have a plan. Hey, you got a little something on your...
Someone call an Uber? It's cold in here. Let's turn up the heat.
Oh, great, the Winter Soldier. Fear not, citizen.
You are terrible at this.
Your negative attitude is not helping.
We stick together, no matter what. You're unskilled, untrained, unworthy.
You forgot one. Unstoppable.
Stand still and die.
For a guy named Knuckles, you are really bad at punching.
I'm sorry. I just love that. I love that part where literally and figuratively they turn around, and of course the puns and everything else in it was really great. It kills me about the whole thing about Sonic, especially the fact of the matter he calls Knuckles the Winter Soldier, which that was kind of funny. But again, that comes out April the 8th. All right, I know I'm looking forward to it. What about you, Joe? What are your thoughts on the most recent trailer?
This potentially can still be one of the greatest video game adaptations we've had. I'm looking forward to seeing. We've already saw the Death Egg robot of Sonic 2, but this also has Knuckles, so I'm wondering if we're going to inadvertently have chaos
I think
in this
probably.
movie somehow for the Sonic and Knuckles inevitable team up, or Dr. Robotnik becomes a host of chaos or something weird, and then we'll get a preview for Sonic 3, and unfortunately we'll have Shadow the Hedgehog, and then it's all downhill from there.
Damn.
Shadow the Hedgehog with Uzis.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. When a movie gets to 3, and at that point, you're really just money grabbing at that. You're really just money grabbing at that stage. You're not wrong, but
or we get to see Supersonic, and then have all the nerds upset because they don't understand that Supersonic is an homage to Dragon Ball.
True, but at the same time, I'm kind of interested in the fact that they skipped all the Chaos Emeralds and went straight to the Master Emerald.
Yep.
I thought that was interesting, but I'm not complaining because say what?
Which doesn't that mean that Angel Island is falling to its doom at this point?
Yeah, if you're following, if we follow the logic. I mean, without the Chaos Emeralds, yeah, the island should be one screaming meteorite right now. But like I said, we'll see as it comes on April the 8th. But I just like the fact that just the whole thing. I would not think that Idris Elba could make Knuckles exactly what I thought he would be if he could talk.
So there are so many things I want to see because as I was growing up, I was a avid collector of the Archie Sonic comics. Some of which I still have in the box of old comics. And when I say old comics, I mean these contain Who's Who, Spider-Woman, New Kids on the Block, the comic book, and some old Sonic comics, including the introduction of Metal Knuckles.
Now, you know what? I'm going to call it. I think we're going to see Metal Knuckles in this movie.
No, I don't think we'll see Metal Knuckles, but we may get to see Metal Sonic, potentially. That or Metal Sonic will be the third movie.
Yeah, Metal Sonic before Metal Knuckles. I was thinking Sonic, but my mind came out with Knuckles.
But what I really want to see is Knuckles with his Australian Crocodile Dundee hat from the comic, and Archie the Fire Ant. Knuckles, Jiminy Cricket.
No. You know what? At this point, it's possible. It is possible.
Knuckles learning, and then just like in the comic, Knuckles learning his whole life is a lie, and everyone's living and all the echidnas are essentially living in their own version of Gorilla City, leaving Knuckles alone out in the wilderness. Dang. So I don't think he's the last of their kind.
That would be, you know what?
That is what happened in the comic book.
It is, but I don't know if they're willing to go that dark. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if they're willing to go that dark for a kids movie, but
Knuckles meeting his daughter from the future.
I can see that. I can see them taking that route versus going you find out that your own tribe abandoned you. That's
oh no, it's just tradition. It's like if you're the guardian of the island, you're guarding the island. You're not allowed in the city, and yeah, you're out there as a kid, so you don't know where it is. It causes him emotional damage.
How do you go throw that in there? How do I know you?
It's been a day. It's been a week. I needed the laugh.
I know. I'm
just not going to do the Asian accent for it.
I just thought about that as from our group chat. That's all I was like. He just.
We'll be in there.
Oh man!
All this week has been is nothing but emotional damage. And I'll have more emotional damage soon because I downloaded Sekiro.
Oh.
Oh, I know what that game is.
Wait, have you played Sekiro Shadows twice?
Yeah.
Oh, then you're fine. I thought you never played before.
I mean, I'm rusty at it, and I just want to play a Tenchu game again.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, it is.
Hopefully, I'll remember to pick up where my old save was, because I really don't feel like fighting those two gorillas again. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm having a flashback. That's like my mind. As soon as you mentioned that, my mind just went, "Oh, the many times I died at that spot. The many times I died in that spot." And I felt so good at 6 a.m. in the morning when I finally beat it. But speaking of things that are new and abused, new and possibly give you trauma, Digimon Survive has a teaser trailer out. And before I play it, any background you want to give on this one, Joe?
This is something that the Digimon fans have been clamoring for a good long while. This is a tactics RPG, I believe, from the way the game looks.
Okay.
Setup of a whole new story, new Digilines. This is its own story. It's not connected to anything else in the Digiverse or any other prior games, to my knowledge. Right now, my knowledge is fairly okay with Digimon, but like not like Galaxy Brain, like some of my other stuff that I'm OCD obsessed with. I can't out Joe myself in Digimon. Let me put it to you that way. I've done that to myself before in Young Justice, where Harper Row comes in. It's like, oh, hey, it's Harper Row, Blue Jay. It's like, I don't read Batman comics. How the hell do I know that?
Damn. That being said, here's the trailer for Digimon Survive. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I heard that, I swore up and down I was watching Naruto. I swear it's the same composer. It's the same composer. I almost went.
No.
It's not the same composer.
No, it is the same composer, but here's how you know it has nothing to do with Naruto. There's no ramen in any shots.
Not wrong.
Also, if anybody punches anybody, it won't flash back to earlier in the episode to see the punch again.
You're not
And there
wrong.
will be an episode about shoveling shit.
You're not wrong at all on any counts. You are not wrong. But now I just thought about that. I was like, damn, every flashback did include Icharu Ramen.
Well, that or it's like it's the thing that made me we're already off on a tangent, but
Go for
the thing that always made me not really like Naruto was the moment they leave the village, they get attacked by the two water ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Naruto punches him, and then 5 minutes later, we flash back to him punching him from not even 5 minutes ago in the episode.
Yeah, I remember that.
They have to pad the story out already.
That's kind of bad.
I'm out.
Oh,
I'm just gonna play the Ninja Storm games and get all of Naruto easily.
Oh, the first. Those
Okay, but
first
anyway,
couple.
the Digimon thing. I can't tell if this is where the high school got isekai'd into the digital world, or if these are a new set of Digidestined for this world because of an incident that happened collectively all those years ago because of that flashback in the actual trailer. It's just a lot of kids with a lot of different Digimon. And
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're all going to adhere to maybe the same anime tropes.
At least this is not like that Dark Digimon episode that we can't show on here. The one with the one where he basically eviscerated a Pokemon right in front of kids. I'm sorry, yeah.
Which one are we talking about? The one where he Cranio Crushers Sealsdramon, or the one where he Desdemona's Arcanimon?
Yep, the latter. The latter, because the latter was a little bit more graphic.
No, it wasn't.
He literally.
Did you see the Sealsdramon one?
No, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't as bad as the second one.
Oh, it was so much worse.
That gives me so much hope for what kids.
He forces his tamer to try to make him use the attack. Then when the tamer refuses, he does the attack anyways and buries his tail into the Sealsdramon's skull. And you hear the metal entering the skull on it.
Okay, then it's bad. It is worse.
Oh, yeah.
All right, fair enough. It's worse.
Do not mess with that poor boy. Do not mess with that Dark Side Triceratops boy.
Oh, dear God. We need some lighter news. We need some lighter news than that because that Digimon went dark. Anyway, lighter news. Well, actually, I'd give credit to Joe for this because Joe found this because we always seem to get news right before we jump on, and Joe saw this. Or during it too. And actually, I'm kind of curious about this one. Christopher Lloyd, for all those that don't know, and if you apparently were not born after, if you were born after 2000 or 1998, you're probably not gonna know who he is. But for a lot of us 80s and 90s kids, he has played some beloved roles. One of them being the famous Doc Brown from the Back to the Future series. Well, he is now going to be on The Mandalorian. They have already set their report, this Hollywood Reporter, that he will be on The Mandalorian. There is no idea what his role is. For all we know, it is going to be a guest starring role, but as far as that's being concerned, we have no idea where Doc Brown's going to be in this, or Uncle Fester, or Commander Krug.
Or the really scary villain in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Oh, I can never think of the villain's name. What they call? Oh God, what was the guy's name? Oh, that's gonna bug the crap out of me now.
Roger Rabbit villain.
What was his name? What was the name when he was the villain in Roger
Judge
Rabbit?
Doom.
Thank you. That's what he was. I used to know your brother. I'm sorry. Let me stop because I can't.
It was terrifying in that thing.
I cannot get that high voice. I couldn't get that high voice to do that one. But we're looking forward to that because Mandalorian is currently filming season 3. I'm curious to see where it's going to go with it. As far as the story concerning the fact that Mandalorian was in the Book of Boba Fett. So it's going to be, we now know that, of course, Grogu is back with the Mandalorian and apparently likes flying in the hot rod speedster from the last episode of the Book of Boba Fett. So
it's such an impractical ship for his job.
Yeah, lying, but it was a nice little fast ass ship though. But like I said, we'll know exactly where he'll be. I'm hoping it's more than one episode. I mean, if anything, we found out that the guy who plays on Justified, damn, I forgot his name too. I am just not having a great day right now. Because he played the Marshal. We know he's still alive. So he was a great actor in his own right. But I cannot think of his name right now to save my life. Timothy Olyphant. There we go. Got it. Timothy Olyphant. Forgive me if I'm destroying your last name. But looking forward to
Cobb Vanth.
Yeah, Cobb Vanth. But yeah, I was trying to think of his name from Hitman, but the last name always throws me off. But speaking of things that are throwing me off, Joe, can you explain the Kamen Rider Black Sun as we show it up to the world to see, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Because the first time I'm looking
go ahead. We are getting ready to have a very large Kamen Rider year because we're getting a lot of anniversaries at once. We will be getting a full series reimagining, I guess the best way of putting it, of one of the most beloved series, Kamen Rider Black, being reintroduced in a more darker tone known as Kamen Rider Black Sun. And we have the full body images of both Black Sun, or Kamen Rider Black, and Kamen Rider Shadow Moon, which is Kamen Rider Black's twin brother who also got captured but got fully brainwashed and has been evil and has been noted to be the first evil Kamen Rider. It's interesting to see if we'll get all the powers and whatnot, and I really do hope we retain Shadow Moon's distinctive walk, because he was one of those characters that kind of had a horror movie walk to him, to where he had really heavy metal clackers on his boots, and a device that would raise them up when he walked, and then when he takes a step, they would slam down and clack against anything. So it would just be like a horror film, like you knew he was coming.
Okay, real quick, Michael Myers or Leatherface kind of walk?
It's the sound of him walking.
Yeah, I mean, but
it's just like a slow clacking of metal hitting gravel or metal hitting the floor.
I mean, I get that, but the walk is just as intimidating as the sound.
Well, they never really get. I mean, he has a theme song, but
wait. Are you about to say they never show him walking?
No, they show him walking all the time.
Oh, I was gonna say that was gonna be awesome. So all you hear is the sound, but you never see him. I was about to say that would be freaking awesome.
Well, that's how they introduced him a couple times. You would only see hear the clack, and then a monster would explode or something.
Oh, that would be freaking awesome, because then you'd be like, where is he coming from? All I hear is the sound. What?
Also get to see Black Sun and Shadow Moon cycles.
Oh,
this is
sorry.
interesting because I don't remember Shadow Moon ever having a bike.
Oh, so okay, you can see him. Ah, well, maybe are they doing it just for this series or just possibly?
Probably for the series, unless I'm wrong and they gave it to him just through SIC stuff. He can commandeer Black's equipment, but he never really had his own equipment.
Oh, so he's just basically just out here just GTAing folks.
Yeah.
Nice. But that's cool. Good to know that. Because I was looking at that the sound like you just hear a sound, but you don't see him. That would be like the ultimate horror movie that never got filmed.
Sometimes, the lead up to him, that's usually what happens.
Okay. Because I actually kind of dig that. I really do dig that. But good to know.
What was the other thing? Did we have the Dragon Ball hack?
Yeah, no. I saw you posted that. What is that?
So, Dragon Ball Superhero got delayed indefinitely. And this is part of the Toei hack that took down several things. Sorry for going out of order, Will.
No. That's perfect, because I was like, I had it, but I didn't. My mind right now, my mind and mouth are playing ping pong. Yes, I do have it, but go ahead.
So yeah, unfortunately, Dragon Ball Superhero, which is being hailed by so many people as the resurrection of Gohan, has now been officially delayed indefinitely due to the Toei hack that took down several popular animes last weekend.
Yeah, some men just want to watch the world burn. I don't know whoever the person or group that is responsible for that, there's a special place in hell. I know it's supposed to be a family show, but I gotta get this out of my chest. There's a special place in hell for y'all, because again, this not only delays several animes that me and Joe already talked about last podcast, but now, unfortunately, Dragon Ball Superhero will now be delayed indefinitely because somebody doesn't like the animation. Look, whoever you may be, if you don't like it, the best thing you can do is leave it be. I mean, I don't like Sailor Moon, but you don't see me trying to hack into Funimation and destroy everything. Let it be. We all got things out there that we like and don't like, but there's no need for you to go and mess it up for all of us. But that's messed up and heartbreaking. But I know eventually we're gonna see it. But the studio has to recover from the deletion of animation scenes that were unfortunately taken out by the hacker group or individual. We don't really know at this time, but it's still completely and utterly messed up. But some other good news, because remember Toonami? Joe, I know you remember Toonami.
Yes, I remember Toonami. I remember Toonami when it was hosted by Motar.
We all remember it, but kids beyond 2000 don't remember it. But anyway, for those kids like, of course, of me and Joe's age, Toonami is reviving an old school anime, Fooly Cooly. For all those that don't remember, Fooly Cooly was one of the, I won't call it over the top animes, but it was more interesting ones. But I loved it, and we thought that was the end the way they directed it, but no. Toonami has sat there and said that they are going to run 2 titles of Fooly Cooly, one called Grunge, and the other one, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark at this, Shoegaze or Shoegaze. I'm not really sure. I'm going to go with Shoegaze until I hear someone actually say it right. And if I said it wrong, I apologize. But again, with Fooly Cooly coming out, guys, this is actually the part that they actually showed here, which again is not much for Grunge, but again, we see one of the titular characters there who will be making a return there. I know Joe said it before, and he's exactly right. The way Fooly Cooly ended originally, you thought that was the end of the story. So I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of curious to see where Grunge and Shoegaze go. Joe, you're going to give Fooly Cooly a shot, or you're going to...
Well, we had a season 3, and I thought didn't we have like a season 2 and season 3?
Season 2, yes. 3. 2, yes. I'm not halfway certain about 3.
Because I thought the series wrapped up pretty fine the first time. I don't understand why we're going back to this well one particularly. I have nothing against the series, but I'm just kind of confused why we're going back there again.
I just hope it's not a cash grab. My whole thing is,
at this point,
I'm hoping
it is.
But with most cash grabs, they're going to be good and terrible. And I don't want it to be good and terrible. That's actually one of the animes, one of my favorite animes that if it's great and the story ends, then of course, let it end there. I got no issue with that. But if you're trying to beat a dead horse, then that's where I got a problem with that.
If you're trying to beat a dead horse, you go, and it's Toonami, that means you just go and grab another Tenchi.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
I mean, we can't very well go get another Outlaw Star because Angel Links wasn't great.
Right.
But, I mean, if you want to repeat the past, we do Sailor Moon Crystal, go get your newest Gundam or air any of the Gundams that have aired in the past.
True. But I just laugh when you say grab another Tenchi movie.
I mean, I'm not wrong. We can grab one of the 18 other Tenchis that have happened. Some of which don't even involve Tenchi. They involve his cousin that just happens to get in the way and gets teleported to another world.
I laugh because you're not wrong. I just thought about every Tenchi Mio that came on Toonami. That was the quintessential definition of being a dead horse. I will not argue with that. That was the quintessential definition. But again, we'll definitely see when it comes on. They didn't give a scheduled date on when it's getting released, but it's kind of a coming soon kind of thing. But speaking of things that are coming soon, and unbeknownst to me in the last podcast, I did not realize that Full Metal Alchemist had a live action movie that is still on Netflix. But Joe has let me know that he has saved me the trouble and said it's probably not worth watching. So
just go watch the Kenshin stuff.
Oh god, which kind of makes I'm going to show now. The next Full Metal Alchemist movie, which looks like it is completely taken off the Brotherhood storyline. But I'm going to be honest with you, after looking at this trailer, it makes me want to watch it. Here it goes.
国家錬金術師の連続殺人。
額に傷の男。
我々はスカーテンで我々は外交者として裁きを下す者だ。鋼の錬金術師エドワード・エルリックか。キングブラッド。あいつもホムクルスの可能性がある。マスタング
賢者の石、ホムンクルス、キングブラッド、お父様、そして約束の日。
あなたが父さんと母さんを殺した。
なかなかいい体だ。いいね、その表情。人間らしく憎しみ合わないと面白くない。どちらかが滅ぶので憎しみのレースは止められん。
約束の日がもうそこまで迫ってる。この国と国民はすべて消滅する。
おいおい、これは賢者の石の錬成人だぞ。来たるべき。あいつが扉を開ける。皆が守るべき命令は一つ。死ぬな。イシュバールの内乱はこの企みの一部だったという絶対に許さん。
あんたはこの国がどうにかなっちゃうのを止めてくれるんじゃないの？
止めてやるよ。約束の人やらを全部回して必ずお前のとこに戻るからさ。いける。エドワード。いけ。エドワードさん。いけ。待てよ、ドサンビュー。俺たちとお前との格の違いってやつを見せてやる。
消えてうせろ、錬金術師。
ちょっと行ってくるわ。鋼の錬金術師。最後の錬成にな。
Okay, so that was actually the trailer for Full Metal Alchemist 2. Now, if you're like me, one of my favorite Full Metal Alchemist runs was Brotherhood. I love the original, but Brotherhood is my second overall favorite. Looking at the trailer, I see that they did take a lot of elements from it, and I mean a lot of elements from it. But let's be honest, anime, live action, adaptation movies, they got a 50-50 shot. Not gonna lie. But go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
So after seeing this trailer, because I have not seen this trailer before, but I know that the original Full Metal Alchemist live action pretty much fell on its face. A lot of characters look good as Japanese people, like the king, Winry, the dad.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem with Japanese people playing Middle Eastern people, though.
You're not wrong. You're right. I can see the problem with that.
Just slightly, and they're, I mean, you know, cosplay is for everybody. We will always say that, but when you're doing this as a professional thing,
it looks a little bit.
Maybe get a Middle Eastern dude that speaks Japanese.
Yeah, you're right. No argument there.
Al does not, or not. Ed does not look good.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's really my only thing. Like everybody else, I can see looking fine. There are characters that benefit from being Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I've already named them, but you know, when your key character looks really out of place, and you're going to be dealing with Ishbala, and they are clearly not meant to be Japanese people. That is not to say that the quality of film will be bad. I'm just saying we have some casting issues.
No, I get it. I said, trust me. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, so we're sticking with a all same cast. Okay. Animation and special effects are on point. I mean, special effects are on point and things of that nature. Okay, cool. But I see what you're coming from on that.
You know what's the interesting thing in this is that we see gluttony, we see envy.
Mm-hmm.
We do not see lust.
No, we don't. And I don't know if that's specifically meant to cut out the trailer or what, but you're exactly right. Like we did not see lust at all in the trailer.
Or did she die last movie?
That's I'm gonna lean on your expertise about. Did she die in the last movie?
Let me look. Lust live action movie. Well, they have her cast because Her actress, they have a picture of her.
So she is casted.
She is casted. I don't know what her person is. Who her person is.
So they probably
film.
So they probably strategically cut her out of the trailer, which is odd considering she's one of the homunculi. I'm surprised they didn't include her. But then again, we didn't see Pride either. So we didn't see Pride. We didn't see Lust. We saw Envy. We saw Gluttony. We saw Greed. Yeah.
We didn't see Wrath.
No, we didn't see Wrath.
I don't think they're doing the
King Bradley as Wrath.
No, King Bradley is Wrath. Wait, was he Wrath? I thought he was.
No, he was Wrath.
Who's the little one that is being trained by their master?
Little one being trained by their master.
The master that's the mom?
One is being trained by their master. I'm trying to remember which one you're talking about.
No, anyways.
Gluttony? Gluttony and Lust are always... Gluttony's the fat dude.
Yeah, we see Gluttony clear in there because he's got the rib.
Yeah, because he's got the imperfect gait, right?
Yeah. So, we'll see how this is. There's just I just don't have a lot of faith in it. There's very few anime and manga adaptations I will vouch for. And only those are even a handful. Crows, Ashido no Joe, and Rurouni Kenshin are probably the only three. And I've seen Phoenix writing the Yatterman stuff, and the Yatterman was
kind of rough.
A little bit. Don't think I've ever seen a sex scene with the giant robots before, but that was there for a moment.
Things you wish you could unsee. Things you wish you could
It's not graphic. It's just two giant CGI robots grinding on each other for a hot.
Uh-oh. I think Joe might have froze up for a second. We'll give him a moment. But in the meantime, like I said before, looking at it, it's going to be interesting as far as it goes. And Joe's exactly right. Animes have a 50-50 shot. Animes that go live action have a 50-50 shot at things. So I would not be surprised how that would go. I'm kind of curious though. Now I want to go back and go watch the first one, which is still on Netflix before the second one comes out. But while Joe's trying to come back to us, I will see. We'll give Joe a few. We'll actually give Joe a few seconds. But anyway, I'll cover some news while he's coming back because apparently Xfinity doesn't like anybody. I did want to get on Netflix because you know why? Netflix has turned around and not only upped their plan mostly, they've actually increased, especially with now they're doing. And this is the title. The title will throw everybody off. And there you go, Joe. Hey, Joe, you back with
us? To a degree. I'm using my phone because my computer decided to blue screen.
Gotcha. I was about to go into the story of Netflix experimenting with added fee for password sharing because I don't know about Netflix. I don't know why Netflix is bent heavily upon trying to get people who share their passwords. Now, again, the simple fact of the matter is Netflix is saying that the experiment for allowing people to share their plan would cost additional $3 to $4 fee on top of what you're already paying. And I always wanted to ask this because technically, from an IT standpoint, it's a little difficult for me to understand. How do you know someone is sharing a password? Yes, you can go by locations. If two locations are both active and both using Netflix, then you can assume that, two people are sharing the password. But you also have the option of literally additional screens, which means that for all those that don't know, additional screens on Netflix means you're paying an additional $5 for more than one person to literally watch on the same Netflix account at the same time. But Netflix has decided that wasn't enough. So now they are just basically saying, oh, we're just going to see if you guys want to pay $4 more to share your password since we already know you do it. Which is the definition of money grabs to me.
Oh, I was going to ask the definition of petty.
That too. Petty and money grabs. But that's what it is with Netflix. I'm surprised because I said about Netflix, it's going to be a little hard because everything has went to streaming. I mean, if you really think about it, Amazon just acquired MGM, so they get their entire library. I think they paid $8.5 billion in the deal. So Amazon now will probably, let's see, MGM owns titles like James Bond, like the entire James Bond collection. I think we're up to 20, is it 26 movies now? 26, 25? I want to say 26. I think No Time to Die made it 26. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'll have to go back and check. Although No Time to Die was actually one of my favorite Bond movies. But they own titles like that now. So, and you have other streaming services actually getting content as well. So Netflix used to be really big just because they were the only streaming service at the time that actually did anime, which is for I know the reason for me is the only reason I got it, because Hulu at the time was still a free service, but they didn't buy into anime. Funimation really didn't have a streaming service at the time. Crunchyroll was still For all those that don't remember the Crunchyroll, those early Crunchyroll days, whew, it was rough.
And now Crunchyroll is merged with Funimation, and now they're the kings of anime.
Right. It's like, you ever seen that is a fusion dance I never thought I'd see coming between those two groups. So with all that being said, it's like Netflix is starting to look less and less desirable to me. But again, with this whole experimental fee for sharing passwords, it just makes no sense to me. But moving right along, guys, we did actually have a PlayStation State of Play, which a lot of people the week before were thinking they would see Hogwarts Legacy. But in this case, I guess somebody must have whispered in Sony's ear and said, you really need to show some gameplay. And this, just yesterday, they actually did show some gameplay for Hogwarts Legacy. So we're going to show a little bit of it, not all of it, because it's 15 minutes long. But here you go, guys. We're going to show about 4 minutes of Hogwarts Legacy. That should be on the PlayStation, I think on all consoles. I want to say sometime in 2023. They didn't really give a date on that.
I know that surprisingly, this is even going to be running native on the Switch without it being on cloud.
Yeah, it's going to be weird and choppy.
Now, I have a feeling that the Switch version is going to be like the Ghostbusters game, where you get more cartoony style.
It would have to be. It would have to be for the processor to handle it. But we'll give it a shot. Anyway, guys, Hogwarts Legacy.
Lumos.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world. But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be. When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you are starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions classes, to name a few.
Oh, hello. Hello. welcome the newest friends in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident you will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
You may begin.
Not bad for a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries. You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways, as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve. You may even find yourself in iconic locations you've never been able to explore before. It's the late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. Something is sure to win them over. Oh, don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum, ones designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Okay, so we're gonna cut it right there just because, guys, like I said, it's 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes, and of course, you can go on State of Play and be able to see it for yourself. I actually had to double check. I was actually incorrect. It is coming out in 2022, but Warner Brothers has not given a date, but they have confirmed that Hogwarts Legacy will be coming out this year. But overall, I mean, just from what I viewed of it, it looks smooth. Beautifully looks great. And at the same time, I just think that it'll be worth playing. But Joe, what did you think of it? Because I know you probably saw it before yesterday.
No, I didn't. I'm not a big Potterhead, but I appreciate when we get new avenues of stuff. So this is taking place before even Fantastic Beasts and 100 years before Potter. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm wanting to see what Sorting House gets you story-wise. Like, does this game mean we get 4 different playthroughs of things, or will just like your spell arrays will vary depending on houses, or are you getting the same story no matter what you choose? You'll just get some minor dialogue. I really want to see what the variation is.
It could be like Mass Effect. It could be like a Mass Effect storytelling to it. Like whatever you pick is gonna. I think, and this is just spitballing here. I think whatever house you pick is going to shape the story.
And I better have an ogre named Rex that just sits there and goes, Shepherd.
No, but you could probably get a T-Rex to do it. Again, I would not be surprised by that. But that's.
Yeah, I mean, when I took those Potter tests, they were always inconclusive for me because I was an even split between the houses.
Oh wow! So you was what do they call? You know what? This is the one time which I have my fiance. She is an expert on all things Potter. I did want to ask her what happens if you basically fall even with all the houses? What does that make you?
I'm literally that. I literally fall even between all the houses. So
I'm gonna ask that. I'm gonna have to ask that question of the podcast. I'm gonna have to ask that question of the podcast. What happens if you fall
I
in
would
with all houses?
probably choose Slytherin just because the green.
I like Gryffindor. Gryffindor has always been my favorite. But well, again, like I said, in 2022, whether it's gonna be between here or December 31st,
this will be a holiday title because if there's anything Harry Potter synonymous with, it's the holidays.
That is true. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is winter. The chance of you getting a PS5 or an Xbox Series X would increase at that time. But anyway, move right on, guys. We did want to cover this because this also came out. I want to start with the most cutest way of someone wanting to. Nope. I don't want you to play right now. I want you to be quiet and hush. Thank you kindly. So. I don't want you to start thanking people immediately. I want to start with this thank you video first because then you'll understand why I'm going to play the trailer. If you haven't been under a rock, the Miss Marvel trailer did release, and to me, it looks great. But first, I have to play this. Joe actually brought this to my attention. This is probably the cutest way of someone thanking the fans and just being a part of the MCU.
Hi, I'm Iman Vellani, and I play Miss Marvel. And I would just like to thank everyone for watching the trailer. The response has been incredible, and I'm very excited to finally have shared Kamala with the world. She felt like my little secret for the longest time, and now it's real, and it looks real. It's crazy. June 8th, it's going to be great.
Oh, she wants to cry. I don't blame you at all. Oh, she wants to cry. I'm not mad about that. That is just adorable.
I'm going to have a really fun birthday week.
Oh, yeah, that falls right on your birthday week.
Yeah, that falls like the day after, and then the 2 days before it is National Comic-Con.
Oh, wow. You're going to have a busy week.
Oh, yeah.
You are going to have a busy week. But anyway, Joe brought that to my attention. I just thought that was freaking adorable because she is the newest. Because she is the newest addition to the MCU, and here's her trailer for Miss Marvel.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say, I get it.
You get what?
High school.
Kamala. Another Avengers shirt. Cute. She thinks I'm some kind of weirdo.
You were weird. Boys. Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're kind of on my ship.
Sorry.
But you're staring out the window in your little fantasy land. Come on. Hey, already? Really? Come on, like.
Do I have to figure out my whole future before lunch, or maybe they're right. I spend too much time in Fantasyland.
That is not you.
It's not really the brown girls from Jersey City who save the world. That's the fantasy too.
Did something happen to you?
No, why? Did you hear something?
Kamala? What does it feel like?
Cosmic. I always thought I wanted this kind of life, but I never imagined any of this.
Do you know what you are?
I'm a superhero.
The one thing I will say about Disney that they seem to hit so well, trailers. I don't know who is the person that put the music with the trailers. Give that man a raise, whoever he is. Whoever he or she may be, give them a raise because first and foremost, Miss Marvel looks great. I love how they're bringing Kamala Khan into it, how they're trying to really show her progression into being a superhero, and I have no complaints about the direction they're going into. But Joe, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, my thoughts are pretty much mirrored with that. However, the rest of the internet, as usual, sees one small thing and immediately latches onto it. So, Kamala's powers. She is not an Inhuman. Marvel is staying as far away as from the Inhumans as they possibly can because of how badly it backfired from them trying to replace the X-Men with the Inhumans. Mm-hmm. We literally had a whole event called Death of the Inhumans for a reason. Kamala right now is probably the most well-known Inhuman, probably now even eclipsing Black Bolt, Medusa, and the rest of the royal family in terms of popularity. But a lot of people are saying, why doesn't she have her girly powers? Why does she have Green Lantern's powers? I mean, they're shown in the thing. And this is purely speculation on my part, but those are probably got to be the Negabands that you wear.
I agree.
And like we do see her in that jumping thing where her body's elongated by the powers. We of course see the embiggened fist. I guarantee you guys, she's gonna say embiggened. Don't worry about that. We will have our Simpsons reference.
But you know, the funny part is there's always going to be that one fanboy that's going to, you're right. They always nitpick. It's like, why can't you just effing enjoy it?
What was the thing that I saw already earlier? Marvel fans. Why aren't her powers like they are in the comics? Also Marvel fans. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man ever. Now, what do I mean by that? Spider-Man had to change in the comics to match Tobey Maguire. It was not the other way around. We had to have the whole other storyline, so just so he can have internal webbing to match Tobey Maguire. And I mean, I don't think I'm wrong, and if I am. But you know, those look like the Negabands that are on her arms. They're not generally part of her costume, at least not to my knowledge. Don't have a whole lot of Miss Marvel. I have a lot of Champions though, so I'll go back and look, but. She's got the Negabands from Marvel. That's just a huge like lore cut that's in there. And we've already established Marvel was in this universe. In Captain Marvel, we just never got to see what she did at that point. Right. We don't know what her powers were. She could have had the Negabands.
And at the same time, somehow gotten Kamala Khan. Which again would work for the story. So I'm not mad about that. But you know, I said the same thing about Star Wars. Toxic fan bases have driven George Lucas out of his own creation, and I'm not even gonna think about what they're gonna do to Kenobi if they don't like that, because I already think Kenobi's gonna be great. But that's just me. Yeah. But of course, like I said, this comes out on June the 8th, so yeah, it's gonna be a busy.
I am really looking forward to this, and we're getting one step closer to the Young Avengers, like. Or the Champions. I don't know which young kids team we're getting, but we're getting something.
I would say Champions, since Kevin Feige said they will not. Well, the Avengers line is done. So I would probably.
I don't believe that in a moment.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe that for a moment. We'll just get a suffix Avengers, just not Avengers anymore. We'll get the new Avengers or the Young Avengers before we finish that out, because Avengers movies make way too much money for Disney.
Yeah, fair point. Okay, so the last one I got, guys, I'm excited about this one because I'm a Halo fan, and next week they do start streaming Halo series on Paramount, but I just had to play the trailer because some people actually had some gripes with it.
17 on me.
There's something out there, just beyond our reach.
It's like opening your eyes for the first time after living in the dark.
Your rage blinds you.
Rage is all I have left. The Covenant will not stop.
What else are you willing to sacrifice with me? What's the point in saving humanity if we're going to give up our own?
I'm interested in finding a way to be less reliant on Dr. Halsey moving forward. The truth could bring us all down.
There is something within us. Something sacred. Something worth protecting. We're all we have now. It's just us.
You know, as I watch this trailer for about the 60th time, I now know what I want to cosplay. I would probably be the biggest Master Chief walking, but I'll cosplay as him. But yes, that's actually the Halo the series, which will be streaming on Paramount Plus next week. I am looking forward to it because Halo is one of my all-time favorite games, and the story is so different from the comics, from the books, from Forward Until Dawn, which was a YouTube series, and I'm all for it. I mean, for it to tell Halo the right way to me, it needs to go different. It doesn't need to follow the original story of the Covenant. It doesn't need to follow the story of the Flood. But I like that they include the Covenant. You do see shades of the Flood. You don't see much of the Guardian tech, but that's fine. I am completely okay with it. Willing to give it a chance to watch it. But Joe, what did you think of the Halo trailer?
I think that we were told that we are going to see what Master Chief looks like under the helmet, and if he is not a black man, we're going to have some problems. It has been proven and shown in the books, and to some degrees in the game, depending on how you interpret stuff. John needs to be a black dude when that helmet comes off. Otherwise, we will have Game of Thrones Season 8 level of hands throwing up if we are not careful. I don't mind it from what's going on. I am not a pew-pew guy. I was a guy in college when Halo 1 came out, so I did spend many of the night shooting a shotgun and doing uppercuts. I love myself for red versus blue. But I'm just not the biggest purveyor of Halo. I think the last time I played was ODST.
Okay. Oh, I played.
No, I take that back. The last time I played, it was the prequel to Halo where you had all the Spartans.
Noble Team? Halo Reach.
That's it. That's the last time I played was Reach.
Okay. Oh, I played all of them, but Reach was fun. I did love Halo Infinite for all those that were able to play it. Still want to know you guys' opinions on it. I love Halo Infinite. Still actually go back and play it. Still waiting for them to actually give more story to it. But overall fun. But, it is a point. I mean, if you really like, Joe has a solid point. If you really look at Master Chief and the way he was described and the way he was trained, I mean, I would think he'd be a black guy. I was going to make a joke and say, what if it's John Cena?
Well, then the helmet will lift off to nothing.
True, but I'm gonna start hearing wigwams. Do you really want to taste it? Playing it's gonna be messed up. It'll be slightly messed up. How can you be Peacemaker and How can you be Peacemaker and Master Chief at the same time? Well, if you think about it, they kind of walk the same path. Outside of the racist father being the White Dragon, but still, slightly the same path.
He just needs to take the mask off, and it needs to be Bobby Lashley.
Oh, I would cry. I would seriously cry. But what news and comments do you have for us, Joe?
Well, we do have one small bit of Nintendo news because of everything going on in the world. Because the world actually does affect video games sometimes.
Yep.
Advance Wars reboot has been delayed indefinitely.
Not again. Not because of the.
Yes.
Damn.
Just because certain enemies look certain ways, and the enemies in number 2 really look Russian. But just because, I mean, putting out a war game while the world is
not
sitting there watching an active war happen, Nintendo's like, yeah, we're not putting this out right now.
Yeah, it's not a good look in sales and in perception. You're right.
Correct. Other than that, I mean, we did have the not Horizon, Monster Hunter Rise event happen. We get to see the new Big 3. Looks like Daybreak or Sunbreak, I believe it's called.
Sunbreak, I believe.
Yeah, it is Universal Monster movie themed. We have the Great Three Lords, where we have our Elder Dragon, who is vampiric. We have our Giant Rock Monkey, who is similar to that of a Frankenstein. And we have our Ice Wolf, which can become a werewolf under certain conditions. We also have regional variants. We're over in Victorian Europe at this point, which honestly I'm not really thrilled with. I prefer going back to Kimura.
Okay.
We do get to see, we get new wire bug attacks. You actually go to the website itself, you get to see some of the changes already being made to it. Which was, they took away wire bugs for climbing up walls. So you don't waste wire bugs for that. You get new wire bugs that are specific, or red and gold for specific maneuvers. We get new wire bug attacks. One of them I saw with the dual blades looked like dude was doing a diving psycho crusher.
Huh, okay.
So I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter. I always love that game. Monster Hunter Rise was so much fun because the mobility was so much different.
Nice. I still need to. God, I'm so at Elden Ring. Elden Ring and Horizon Forbidden West have literally taken a lot of my time to where I've ignored my Switch. I need to get back to it. What else you got, Joe?
Streaming wise, still doing Horizon. I got to meet her last night.
Okay. I was gonna say, what'd you think of Vegas?
Oh, Vegas was fun. I've already done the extra side quests in Vegas too.
I kind of figured you did. That just threw me off about that one.
I'm not really a fan of the Tron disc thrower though.
The shredder?
Yeah, mostly because the first thing here's a shredder. All right, now go fight a snap maw. It's like, can we start me off with something that I can actually Tron something first?
Oh no, they're throwing you right in the fire. Here you go. Big target. Big target. Here you go.
I just went right into my weapons, like, all right, the multi-elemental bolt blaster, and then just unload on it.
Nice.
So if you want to see how patient I can be in a video game, you need to check out one stream from 2 nights ago, where I'm over fighting a Tusker, a Thunderjaw, and a Solar Wing all at once.
Why?
It was for a quest.
Wait. A Tusk, a Sunwing, and T-Rex?
Yeah.
And a Thunderjaw. Was it? I hope it wasn't timed.
No, but I won.
Was it one of those 1.1 hit point left type of situations, or you came out with something like a rose?
Oh no, it was hijack the bird. The bird set it to aggressive. The bird would either take on the Tusker or the Thunderjaw. They would take each other out or dwindle it enough to where I could brace shot it.
Okay.
And kill it. And then there's a tube where they can't hit you. So it's just poke out, brace shot, run back into the tube. Poke out, brace shot, run back into the tube. I mean, it took an hour, but I won.
Oh, damn. Because I thought myself, I mean, the last time I won against a Thunderjaw, I rope casted it to death. And I mean, I'm surprised the ropes held long enough for me to sit there and terror shot it. But no, where am I? You said you just got Demeter. I think I might have passed you. Because now I've gotten Demeter, I've gotten Poseidon, I've gotten what's her name? They're all Greek mythology, and I can't think of them all. Poseidon, Gaia, Poseidon, Demeter. What is her name? Starts with Minerva. There we go. Minerva. Yeah. That's the one.
I've just been doing a lot of side quests, so I'm like already level 41.
Oh yeah. Think I'm right below you. I might be 40 or 39. I can't remember which one.
I've just been doing side quests most of the time, so sometimes I won't even stream because I'm just doing side quests. I'm not progressing the story.
Yeah, the armor side quest was pretty cool though.
Oh, you did go and get it?
Yeah, I went back and got it. It took a while, but I did get the or some artificer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a pretty good armor. Artificer? Yeah, it's a pretty good armor. So it definitely has kept me alive longer than my other one did.
Other than that, no, we got next week. We're going to start up Relayer, which is that tactics anime mecha game in space. We'll see how well that plays out, or if I just go back to Mech Warrior and shoot red lasers and green lasers at things' legs till they fall over.
I was gonna say I had to take a break from Elden Ring. There's one part I'm stuck at where the guy keeps killing me. It's like I refuse to.
Are you running the samurai build? Because that's all I see people run now.
Samurai, no, I'm running the knight.
Okay.
I see why people run the samurai because it's kind of a mix between agility and power. But me running the knight, I'm more power than mobility. But I mean, if I swing and I hit them, cool. But if I swing and miss, yeah, that's going to be pretty much the end of it. But no, I mean, I've been seeing people run wizard just because of that one move, but it got nerfed. But it got nerfed in the last patch. But I digress. What else you got?
That's it. We can dive into comics. It was a good week for comics.
Okay,
sadly, Green Lantern did get delayed till next month. It's got a 40-page book coming out in April. More than likely, it's going to be ending. It's ending the current arc, and I think it'll be ending the focus on John because I believe John is one of the casualties in Dark Crisis.
Damn.
Which is bad considering he's like got his own power-up form now.
Yeah, you were talking about the Emerald Knight.
Yeah, I believe he's being called Emerald Knight at this point, among his other many names and forms. At this point, I almost think he matches Kyle now for his many forms.
Nice.
But going off this, we got Nightwing issue 90, written by Tom Taylor, art by Gerardo Borges, colors by Ariando Lucas. Unfortunately, we do not get Peru Redondo doing artwork. I think he's doing something else. This is just continuing the awesome story that's been going on where Blockbuster is trying to continuously kill Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
And this time Wally gets involved because Dick and Wally are best friends. I really love the point to where Dick's trying to argue with Wally. Wally just immediately puts him in his living room and he was like, "Hi, Dick." It's like, did Wally move you? Yeah, yes. He's a jerk about that.
He doesn't warn people about that. You feel disoriented? Yeah, sorry. He does that a lot.
Then he just like tells like, "Can you go back and get my dog?" Then the kids pop in and it's like, "Dad says we can't look at our phones until you wake up."
Dang. Oh man, I did love that. The whole idea of Wally's asleep, and next thing you know, hey, there's an explosion in Bloodhaven. Oh, in that Dick's. I was like, you didn't even give it a second, man. That honestly is a true friend when you sit there and realize that his friend is possibly in danger and immediately guns him.
I mean, the fact that Barbara gets kidnapped and even use like they're fridging me to get to you, it's like,
yeah.
Oh, there's some terminology I'm uncomfortable with. On top of that, the T-shirts in this continue to make me smile. Dick Grayson's wearing a classic 80s DC logo shirt. Still not my favorite. My favorite is still Barbara wearing the Batman slapping Robin shirt, but
yeah.
Or the last issue where Barbara's wearing a Teen Titans Go shirt.
That was still funny.
Now, the artwork in this is fantastic. I like that Dick casually mentions like, "Oh yeah, my sister warned me about this." Well, I was like, "What now?"
I like the fact that Flash is like, "Hey, I can bust Barbara out," and he's like, "Wait a minute, no, just hold up. So you don't want me to rescue? Why?" It's like it was a train of thought, and it's like, so you don't want me to save Barb? You feeling all right? It's like, did y'all have an argument? But I did like the Flash. I did like to see the dark side of the Flash, where he was like, when they get to where they're going to, they open the back and they see him. He's like, "You're the person that wanted to put a hit out on my friend. There's a whole list of people that want to get to you, and I'm so glad I'm here first." I was like, "Oh, this is not a Flash we want to see right now."
Oh no, my favorite thing is like, well, how far have you gotten? Well, put people's face pictures on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's always a good start.
Oh yeah, he's like, I just love. I was like, this issue was pretty fun just because they played off their relationship, they play off their friendship so much that it's like I'm sitting there laughing and grinning from ear to ear, like I could literally see this between these two, just how great it was.
Tom Taylor's Nightwing has been nothing short of wonderful all the way through. There has not been a bad issue yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Moving on over, we got Wonder Woman number 785. This is part 3 of Trial of the Amazons. This is written by Michael W. Conrad and Becky Kalunin. Art by Rosie Campi and colors by Tamara Bonvillain.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing. Bond.
The long and short of this is Hippolyta is getting buried, and they're trying to figure out how to proceed with the actual event for the Amazons. Meanwhile, the Doom Door has cracked and has infected several of the Amazons guarding them, so they have to be put down. The rules for everybody is picking their champions.
Mm-hmm.
For the Themysciran Lions, we have Philippus. For the Bana Mingdal, surprisingly, a heel turn, and it's Donna Troy.
Right.
Which I kind of feel is left field because she came in with the Esquadra.
And thinking they were going to be her champion, but that's weird.
I didn't think they were thinking it was going to be her champion. It's just she arrived with the Amazons. And then she just like about face for like zero. I mean, there's no explanation to it whatsoever.
None. You're right.
She just like shows up. So I guess it was just like a fake out because everyone was going to assume Artemis. But we get Donna Troy for the Bana Mingdal Wolves. And then we have a ritual that pretty much gives us the obvious, where Yara Flor is going to be for the Esquisita. I always have a hard time pronouncing their
your pronunciation of that's better than mine. Because I looked at them like, I feel like I'm warding off Taco Bell, but I don't want to insult people.
Yeah, the Esquisita Jaguars. Mm-hmm. And then right as the Bana Mingdal are about to announce it's Donna Troy, Wonder Woman just drops down in black and gold. I guess it's funeral garb.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I'm entering in this. I don't represent anybody. I represent everybody. I
thought that was an interesting twist for her to give up the lasso of truth and be like, yeah, I'm just going to win this all for y'all all to. It's like, I mean, yeah, you can see it. It's going to be that whole thing of just she's trying to not pick a side, but unite everyone. And don't get me wrong, I dig that. But in the beginning of that book, she's like, I'm going to use this lasso of truth on everybody to find out who killed my mom. I was like, you just see Nubia go, we can't do that. and when Wonder Woman's like, stop me. that's the kind of bill she gave off, like, I'm going to do it, and you either have to stop me or get out of my way.
And I mean, to be fair, Nubia did stop her because Nubia is stronger than Diana.
True. Oh yeah, Nubia did step in and was like, I'm gonna need you to put down the lasso.
It's like, man, turn in your rope.
Right, pretty much.
I also like that Queen Faruka also specifically points out several things, like, we're going to give up our weapons. You guys can't use your Golden Eagle armor or your Hermes sandals. We ain't playing like that.
It's this is a fair and balanced competition. You will surrender everything and be still in the vault. But I am interested about the Doom Door, just for the fact of the matter that even it being cracked, still managed to infect a few Amazons to the point to where it's pretty much killing them, which makes me wonder what is exactly behind that door that is literally that powerful.
It's got to be something like Ares or Hades or something. Well, no, I keep forgetting. In Wonder Woman, Hades is actually fairly benign.
Yeah.
It's usually Ares, so it's probably something dealing with Ares more than likely. I mean, we already know the foregone conclusion of how this is going to end because Dark Crisis is going to end in like the future state scenario. So, I mean, at this point, we're more looking forward to the murder mystery, and I guarantee you, the only reason Diana's entering is because she thinks one of the competitors is the guilty party.
More than likely so. But anyway, it was good. I liked it though. It was good. It was good. It was a good issue.
Oh, yeah. Moving right along, this was my pick of the week, even though I don't know where it takes place in the timeline. This is Batman, Superman, World's Finest, and thank God someone in DC finally did this. They gave us a splash page so we can not spoil artwork. This is the return of Mark Waid to DC. Art by Dan Mora, colors by Tamara Bonvillain. This was just fun.
Yes, it was.
I don't know where this takes place because we get Batman in my favorite suit, which is the blue and gray suit. The Robin, I want to say, is Tim Drake.
Judging by the costume, you'd be right.
I mean, it's also a 50-50 because, no, it says years earlier in the book. So, and Superman and Lois are maybe married, but maybe without John. So I don't know where in the timeline this is. I also don't know if this is even the right Superman and Batman.
Well, I'm sorry. You keep on talking about it because I was going to point out something, but you haven't got to it yet.
So we just see a quick team up of Gotham, Metropolis is being attacked by Poison Ivy, which is unusual. Not as unusual as you think. Poison Ivy hits Metropolis every now and then because her pheromones and poisons and mind control do affect Superman. But she teams up with, of all people, Metallo.
Right.
So while Batman and Robin, who are coincidentally there to fight Poison Ivy, Metallo jabs Superman with red kryptonite right in the heart. And the effects of red kryptonite on Superman are random. So it being in his heart, he's going through all sorts of fun.
Vibrating at a humongous frequency where it's causing earthquakes. And then the
solid steel.
Right.
We get a quick cameo of the Doom Patrol of all people in this.
Yeah.
And we also get to see two people from the Dark Army, which is Magog and probably, I don't know who. I know one is Magog because you just can't mistake those horns.
Pretty much.
I'm unsure who the second person is because they just have a very casual silhouette.
Yeah. I've been trying. I got 3 guesses, but I'm pretty sure neither one of them is right.
Luther's not part of it, and it's too slender to be Darkseid.
Right. So
that would leave Necron, or not Mephisto. That's Marvel. That's Neron anyways. Neron, Necron, and Eclipso would be my guess for out of those 3.
Considering Dark Dimension, I was going to guess Eclipso.
Possibly.
But I loved it though. No, the whole idea of just, Superman being injected, I've read this story reminds me of something where Superman was injected with red kryptonite. I was actually going to look this up for the podcast story, but I was like, it was bugging me all day. Where do I remember his first encounter with red kryptonite or his second, where he wasn't jabbed in the heart, he was kind of jabbed in the shoulder, and I cannot remember what issue that was. But anyway, this issue, I loved it from beginning to end. It did remind me of the Adventures of Batman and Superman. It did give me those kind of feels, but it is going to be interesting to see Niles Calder do surgery on Superman. That's going to be interesting in itself.
Well, I don't think it'll kill him because right now he's dosed with red sunlight by a negative woman.
Right.
But still, we got to deal with that. Like I said, I don't know where this really happened in the timeline. I'm not even sure this is Earth Zero, where everything is normally happening. I honestly can't think because Batman's not in his usual stuff. His Robin is Tim Drake, not Damian. And Tim Drake is not in his Red Robin costume.
It could be a standalone.
No, this is like a whole series, but like this could be a different Earth.
See, that's your guess is better. Your guess on that one's probably good as mine. I still think it's kind of an outside the current state of DC kind of story, but
oh no, that's what Bendis does.
Oh, okay, because that's what I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna say it's probably Earth. I was gonna guess Earth 32, but I'm not really sure since 32 doesn't get mentioned a lot. But I guess we'll have to keep on. I guess as a series, as more issues come out, I guess it'll be a little bit more clear.
We do have 2 honorable mentions. We're not looking through them. Justice League number 74 came out. That's the finale of the Bendis run before Josh Williamson takes it over. I'm trying to say something good about both these books.
That's
it's
not a
good
good
ending.
That's not a good
74 was terrible. Like the artwork was god awful. It was either black with dark navy silhouettes.
Okay.
And I can't tell what's going on, or blinding white where everyone was like, you can very barely make out who was who in the blinding white light.
Dang.
Like it was really, really bad art. Like just atrocious.
Okay.
And then like everything wraps up and everyone's like, Naomi, you got a compliment from Batman that's never been done before. Good for you.
Damn.
And then just like it ends as everybody dashes toward the page and like, yeah, half you all gonna die next thing. And Hippolyta, you're already dead, so
they're just going with the not the happy ending before everything goes south.
Exactly that. And Naomi season 2 issue 1. I actually can say something good about this. They got Jamal Campbell, who did art. It was the artist for Far Sector. This book looks gorgeous. That's about it.
Damn.
The art looks gorgeous.
You know what? You did find one nice thing. I'll give you that. You found one nice thing to say about a Naomi comic.
I mean, it takes place immediately after Justice League 74.
Mm-hmm.
One of her mentors goes missing, and her dad's acting super moody about her powers for no reason now.
Interesting.
But like I said, the majority of my crux on that is the book's really pretty to look at because Jamal Campbell does really good art.
Cool.
Moving right along to Amazing Spider-Man number 92 Beyond. This is written by Jed McKay, Cody Ziglar, and Zeb Wells, with a variety of artists being Luigi Zaguiera, Bruno Oliveira, Frank Gallion, Mark Bagley, and Wade Fodger. We get the finale to the Daughters of the Dragon and Michael Morbius versus Vampire Lizard.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a New Wave book for the rest of the issue. Complete with a whole lot of cursing that got censored.
Man, I'm sorry. It's just stuck in my head. You know why you don't like me? Because I'm a ooh. Oh man, it sounded like it sounded like a dejected Avenger. That's what's like. I was Avengers. I was Captain Avengers. I was actually head of this. And then someone decided that it's like I was gonna be nice. You know what? Nice got me. So I decided to eat. And you know what? When I found out people don't like eat, I was like, dang. Just tell us how you really feel.
I mean, she even says like, I'm not Captain Marvel. I'm not Photon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Auntie Monica right now.
Oh man, between her and Machine Man, that was funny. That had me dying. I'm not good enough. Well, I need you right now, so get on up. You might be but you're my I was like, oh man.
I mean, that's all New Wave really did was they were there just to be foul-mouthed and whatnot. I mean, the New Wave team was the captain who got like anybody's powers he spoke the name of. I think that's what his power was. It was kind of eponymous what his powers really were. Boom Boom, Machine Man, Monica, and she's the monster hunter woman.
Monster Hunter woman.
Elsa
dang.
Bloodstone.
Say what?
Elsa Bloodstone.
There you go.
Which Machine Man had a huge crush on because Elsa had huge boobs. I am not joking. Literally, that was the crux of his fascination with Monica. Not Monica, with Elsa.
With Elsa, I remember. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up about that joke.
Oh, I'm shutting up on that one too because that's about as far as I'm willing to take it. I was not a Next Wave fan.
Oh man!
But I mean, that's pretty much what this is. We don't get in either of the Spider-Men. It's really just wrapping up like this whole Monica Rambeau thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where apparently she has the ability to now teleport people through black stars.
Yep.
Was that a power of hers always, or?
I want to say no. I don't think she always had that ability, but I'm about 60% sure about that.
I mean, this just is because Next Wave tied into the Beyond Corporation because I believe that's where the Beyond Corporation was introduced in Next Wave. So we're just kind of wrapping up some loose ends and making the connection of Beyond Corporation Next Wave. I mean, I liked it. It was fun, but ultimately it has nothing to do with Spider-Man, this issue.
No, although I will have to say this, Doug for the win. Doug,
oh yeah,
Doug won. Doug came out of this smelling like a rose. Doug was the most luckiest Beyond employee in modern history for what he pulled off.
I wonder if he got a corner office with his promotion.
Oh, he probably did. And then at the same time, it's like, I'm sorry, Doug, we're gonna let you go. Oh, and as the place is getting trashed, and Doug's like, oh, should I be promoted? And just smooth walked off. Oh man, that was funny.
I mean, if you got to get a promotion, you got to take it yourself.
Apparently so. But I did like the fact of, Ben and Janine, Ben is still on this. I have to get back my memories no matter what. And Spider-Man and the Daughters of the Dragon are all fighting, which I thought at first was Lizard Man, but I'm thankfully glad that was a clone. Because I was like, wait a second. Are y'all really gonna make Kurt Connors into this Morbius infused lizard with vampire wings? And
remember, Kurt Connors is a clone. That's the thing. Yeah. He was one of the people. No, Beyond didn't do that to him. Beyond infused him with the vampire stuff, but Kurt Connors and his family all died and was resurrected by Ben when Ben was the Jackal and clone conspiracy.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I was thinking about that when, of course, between Morbius and the Daughters of the Dragon, they did defeat him, but Morbius goes back and is like, Kurt Connors, would you rather? He's like, would you like to help me? I'm like, so we're gonna go back to Vampire Lizard Volume 2, which I can't be mad about. Seeing Michael Morbius and the Daughters of the Dragon interact was by far one of the funniest things. And the car that they drive, that must be hellified insurance. How many walls that car went through, and they went right into Lizard Clown. I'm like, your insurance must be terrible, or that deductible must be sky high. But anyway, it was really a great issue. I loved it. It was definitely good. It was definitely funny.
So this came out last week, but we're still going to look at it, and that's the new Punisher by Jason Aaron.
Yes.
Jesus Zaz and Paula Azacita. I don't see who the artist actually is in this. I just see the colorist is Dave Stewart. The long and short of this is the new Punisher book. The Punisher, as of late, has had his symbol co-opted by various groups of less than reputable people.
Pretty much.
So what they're doing to react to that is they're giving Punisher a new symbol by making him the Fist of the Hand. And we get to see the Punisher his own death squad. The Hand continuously give him people to punish in his off hours. This book also shows how he becomes the Fist of the Hand. And then we see how the Hand actually negotiated Punisher to work for him.
Yeah.
I would say the coolest page in this is the splash page of all the different iterations of the Punisher.
Yeah. My my favorite is the fight. Like, how do you come to your home? How do you come to your place, turn around, and then there's 40 or 50 guys like, and of course, the lead, of course, she's like, this is your first test. Get him. I was like, really? And you're just sitting there watching him. You're sitting there watching him annihilate everyone. And you're just like, it's like the look on the face was, he's exactly what I asked for. He is perfect. See, that'll make you lose confidence. Everybody you train is steady more getting bodied by this man who has nothing more than grenades, claymores, and his pistols. And is taking them all out. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's cool. And plus the symbol that they showed, I do dig the new symbol. But, I think even you pointed out, Joe, where he was using the sword, he was like, and he did the first time, it's like, yeah, not quite there yet.
Yeah, he fights like somebody wearing Roman armor.
Yeah.
I guess Ares is a bad guy now because Marvel does have an Ares.
True.
I guess he's a villain at the moment because I think they were all wearing Ares helmets. I could be wrong about that, but I mean, that's the vibe it was giving off to me. So
yeah,
Predator tries the single sword swipe dash kill and misses, or at least he doesn't get the guy's head clean off. So he has to stab through the heart, and he's just like, sorry, my first time with the sword.
I just love that. Damn, not really proficient with the sword yet. And it was like, dang, I mean, but you almost cut his head off on the first shot. I mean, I wouldn't get too hung up on it, but okay. But what killed me was at the end. And again, Joe did remind me about the hand and them resurrecting people. And of course, his wife is right there. And all I can sit there and say is, I'm not sure of the timeline of this book, because if we kind of go by the Punisher's current line, which I guess is just a retelling, they're not making it seem like his wife hasn't been dead that long. Because I was thinking, like, dude, your wife has been in the ground for like a few years, and you're just right next to her, like nothing happened.
Well, Punisher works on a sliding timeline, so I think at this point, Frank is a Afghan war vet.
Okay.
Because if there's anyone that has to have a sliding timeline, it's Frank.
That's true.
Remember, Frank was originally a Vietnam vet.
Right.
Which explains all his combat training. And then I believe at one point he was also a cop.
Yeah. And then he was also CIA operative. And then it was...
Then at one point he was an angel with laser guns that would kill sinners.
Then he was Frankenstein. That was interesting.
Oh, Frankencastle, yes. Then there was that one time he was like the son of a mob boss.
Yeah.
But no, I think this in the sliding timeline, Frank is a not World War II.
But Afghan, right?
Afghan vet. Mm-hmm. His wife could still be dead for quite a while because the way they draw both of them in bed, you see every bullet wound on her body.
Yeah.
And every gunshot nick and cut on his body.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but the hand resurrects people because, I mean, the hand has resurrected Elektra. I want to say they resurrected Daredevil before.
They did.
I think they have resurrected Bullseye.
Yep.
I mean, the one I know definitely for sure is Elektra.
Yeah, they resurrected Bullseye, Daredevil. There's 3 other people I'm missing that I can't think of right now. They've actually resurrected a lot of people, but specifically, yeah, that's about right. But no, when I first read that, I was like, wouldn't she have been dead a while? But that makes sense though.
Okay, so according to this, the hand has resurrected.
Okay.
Wolverine.
Yep.
Bruce Banner.
Didn't know that.
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Really didn't know that.
North Star. Gorgon. Lady Deathstrike. And The Spot.
That was The Spot. Wow. I did not know that. But that's cool to know. But I mean, overall with this issue, I'm not complaining. It's a nice little setup to where we see Frank and the Hand and working together. So I'm looking forward to this. But then again, I've never really saw a bad Punisher lineup series as far as comic book goes. But then again, that makes me want to go on to Disney Plus and just watch the Netflix version there. But I like the issue. What about you, Joe?
I'm not a Punisher fan, but I can say a good book is a good book. I don't know how much I'll follow this up on. I'm more likely to follow up on the Ghost Rider book than I am on this. But like I said, I can always call a good book, and this was a good introduction issue. Maybe we'll take a look at it a little bit down the road and see if quality's dipped, because Jason Aaron is one of those really midway writers, and I don't mean any disrespect to him, because his Conan runs fantastic, his Captain America run controversial but good, his Avengers run atrociously awful.
Dang.
Well, he was the one that did like World War She-Hulk and whatnot.
Oh, gotcha.
So like, you got some good, you got some bad with him. His goods are excellent, his bads are terrible. I want to see which way this leans. This leans more towards the positive. But again, I'm just not a Punisher guy.
No, I get it. I got to mark this one down because I definitely am a fan of the Punisher series. And now that there's a new one out, I'm definitely going to follow up on this. What other comments you got, Joe?
I believe that's it. Yep, we're back at Nightwing.
Okay. So with that being said, guys, we also do want to give a shout out to Rick's Comic City because they do support us and we want to show them the love and support them. If you are in the Middle Tennessee area, you can reach them at any of their 3 locations, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, and Donaldson. I myself have been there. Hopefully I have some time tomorrow because I have some birthday parties to attend and I know a couple of kids they're going to be expecting presents. So hopefully I'll be able to go down there and scoop up 2 things that I know they've been wanting to get. But like I said before, if you are in the Middle Tennessee area, definitely check them out. They have been voted Nashville's #1 place to get comics. So definitely support your local comic book stores. Also, if you're not able to get to a comic book store, understand that your public library still contains every manga, every comic book, and multimedia up to date. So with the cost of a library card, which is usually still $1, I'm pretty sure they haven't went up since then, you can check out your mangas, your comic books, and things from there and still enjoy reading. Please support not only your comic books, but your local comic book stores, but also your libraries, because these are the last places to where you can really get a good feel for a book, whether it's a manga, whether it's anime, whether it's comic books, or collection of books. I can never say that C word, condominium. So anyway, get books. Thank you. But that's where you can actually get those books. And also, before I keep going, guys, I completely forgot. We didn't really have a lot of CW shows. Really quickly, we did have The Flash, just because it's March Madness, and a lot of shows have not shown new shows this week. The Flash did. This actual episode was actually pretty decent to watch. And I say it because Goldface literally saved the episode for me. Just because of the fact that he's always been interesting whenever he's in a Flash episode, even though he was all doing this for his girlfriend. The whole Caitlin Killer Frost angle was really worthless and time-consuming. It was really just a time filler that didn't need to happen. And, at the end of it all, Barry Allen and the new captain working together. Of course, she had figured out Barry's identity. At the same time, Barry wants to help her train her to use her meta powers. So, if you ignore the filling parts, it's really a decent episode because of what Goldface has, interacted with. But overall, I'm kind of concerned where this was possibly his final season may go. But Joe, what's your thoughts on the Flash episode?
Pretty much the same as yours. I enjoyed the Goldface part, and that's pretty much it. The Chester stuff, I'm already tired of will they, won't they? We know they will. Get it over with and move on. The Caitlin stuff, it's fine. I mean,
it's good and terrible.
It's padding. Chillblain will turn on them at some point in this season. I guarantee it, because it's Chillblain.
Mm-hmm.
Iris is time skipping, meaning her little problem's gonna be the big crux of this season
May she be erased from existence. May she be erased from existence. It's like, I'm sorry. She has literally been the albatross this entire series, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you pretty much said it. Like, I'm down with this season thus far. The first season was kind of grown heavy. This episode was 1/3 of it was good.
Right. It's just the rest of it, just the filler. The rest of it didn't need fillers. I did not need a whole CW, Caitlyn, and Killer Frost having a spat. And I certainly could do without the whole, Barry Allen still trying to prove, I'm leveled up. But yet you couldn't find a way to guide your cuss fast enough before anybody noticed it. And yet the police captain already knew who you were. What I feel like the writers for Iron Fist are now over the Flash. I keep expecting him to walk in and be like, I'm the Flash. We know. I mean, at this point, everybody at Central City PD knows he's a Flash at this point. But anyway, hopefully the shows will be better next week. So with that being said, guys, that'll really do it for this podcast. We thank everybody for liking, for sharing, for letting people know we're live. Certainly appreciate it. Joe, any news to share as far as what you got going on this week and where folks can find you?
Still streaming Horizon Zero Dawn. Hopefully we'll get that taken care of by the middle of next week.
Mm-hmm.
Start up a new game. I may play Sekiro on stream. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how that goes. If not, we'll definitely be playing Relayer, which is a tactics mech game that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully it won't be too overly high school level anime. I'm really just playing it for the mechs. But if it goes down like that Gundam game I tried where I couldn't do it, had to tap out, then we'll find something else. Other than that, my G handles, I barely use them at the moment, but, con season's not too far away, and hopefully I'll have a new cosplay for that by then.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to your Moon Knight, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Mr. Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So Nashville Scarlet Spider, Nashville Green Lantern. I think I posted a new picture of my cats. So you can see them getting ready to fight over a love seat.
Dang. Is it like that? You didn't do it anime style where you literally, did you go anime style or you go JoJo or Bizarre JoJo?
What do you mean?
Like there's just the whole cat angle where you have one cat looking at the other cat intensely?
I mean, that's what they always do because they're niece and aunt. So they are literally niece and aunt.
So already they beat me.
Yeah. So what else is going on? Twitter, it's still Joe Tenlow or Joe Dying last name. Same as my Twitch. I'm always on there because I got nothing better to do. Or at least I have enough time management skills to where I can dedicate 2 hours to stream most nights.
Shoot, after what you went through today, sir, I think you've earned it. I think you've earned it tonight.
Yeah, today was a day at work. Lots of emotional damage. We are never having a potluck on a Friday ever again.
I will never get that out of my head.
Emotional damage.
I will never get that out of my head. That being said, as Joe has literally just earwormed me for the night. That being said, guys, I do want to do some special shout outs as always. Shout out to the guys over at RA Geek Percent Geek South for allowing us to share our podcast on their page. Really appreciate it, guys. As you can see, this is their YouTube page. They also have a Facebook page called RA Geek Percent Geek South. There are a couple podcasting guys like us. Hopefully we'll have them on. We have to kind of work out the details, but hopefully we'll have them on very soon. But they do speak about everything in pop culture outside of it through an unfiltered but intelligent way of explaining as far as having open discussion. Really fun guys. Hope to have them back on. Hope to have them back on the Git Bit podcast very soon. Also, shout out to my other friend, my buddy Vaughn, Either Vaughn Westfield on Facebook, Big BZ on socials, who will be back to podcasting very soon. But you can definitely check out his previous podcast, Smoky Trailer Sundays, every Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. And of course, the REF podcast every Tuesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. But definitely check him out on his socials as you see right there. Now, as for yours truly, guys, of course, my handle is BlackFox447. Definitely follow me there on Instagram. I usually post a lot of movie reviews, television reviews, video game reviews, things of that nature. Also, gym stuff because I do a couple push-ups. At the same time, guys, for this year, I'm all about encouraging and doing positivity because these last couple of years we had it rough fill in whatever you want to fill in. But let's be honest, the last couple of years have been rough for all of us. So what I would like to do this year is to really be about positivity, really be about encouraging and just motivating others, because we can all use a little bit of kindness. That also being said, guys, before we wrap this up, if you have not already, please get vaccinated. Please get your shots. Please get your mask. Be proactive, because yes, the numbers are going down. Yes, cases are going down, but we've been here before. We need to be proactive. We still need to be foregoing, because as the numbers going down, there is a chance that things can spread again. And the only way we can actually help out our people in the hospitals is to basically not be in the hospital. Also, another reason for that is there are still people that come to the hospital for life-saving treatments, kidney dialysis, blood transfusions, and of course, those with diabetic needs and more. Their appointments constantly get pushed back because there's a COVID bed. The less COVID beds that they are, the more people that can go in and get the life-saving treatments that they need to lead productive lives. So let's just be kind and be nice and be fortuitous. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, guys, we will be back here next Friday. Hopefully our guest, Chris Fury, will be joining us. That is going to basically be our, what did you call it, Joe? Our bat podcast, or what'd you call it?
Batcast.
Batcast. I feel like that's going to be a trademark somewhere, but that's going to be our backcast, because our next podcast, which will have our guest, Chris Fury of Blurred's Eye View, we are going to be discussing the Batman in full spoiler detail. That is going to basically be our backcast for next Friday. So hopefully we'll see you guys here, same Git Bit time, same Git Bit channel, as you're watching this on YouTube and Facebook. Joe, any last words for you call it a night, sir?
Check out Sunday over at Total Justice Gaming, and Shadow and I will be recapping some of the comics we went over and even more books.
Oh yes, I try to catch it. I always get at the tail end when you guys are getting done. That's why I was like, dang. I actually had to go back.
Welcome to have you.
I know. I just running between new family and new responsibilities, sir.
Yep, we got in addition to what we covered tonight, we also got to look at the new Blue and Gold, new issue of Flash, and Shadow's already read Power Rangers and is freaked out on my messenger with me. So look forward to that.
I'm going to make it a point to be here for this. just for that price of admission alone, I'm going to make it my priority to be on here for this. What time is it starting on Sunday, Joe?
Usually 8:30.
Okay, so definitely check it out. Total Justice Gaming on YouTube at 8:30 CST. With that being said, guys, like I said before, just be kind and be nice. He's been Joe. I've been Will. This has been the Git Bit Podcast for tonight. If you're watching this on the Playback, please comment if it's live. We still want to know your opinion on everything that we talked about. And we will see you guys next Friday for the Backcast. Aside from that, take care of yourselves and each other. We will all get through this, guys. Have a good one. Peace.
Okay.